Hey drummers, it's Drumzrool again, and now I'd like to go over a song that we have called Broken Style. And again, this is another song you can hear on our MySpace page. It's kind of a ballady song. Some of the cool things about this song is that it's the verses are written in 7/8 time, and I've got kind of a cool little shuffle thing going on. And I wanted to share that with you guys today. And then there's a couple of interesting fills that I'll go over with you guys. So first thing that I want to show you is the rhythm for the verse parts. And again, it's written in 7/8 time. And again, you can kind of divide this into several different subdivisions of 7/8. And I'll go over that here in a second when I show you guys the rhythm. So it goes between the hi-hat, snare, and bass drum, and I do some little rolls with between the hi-hat and the snare drum as kind of a grace note thing or ghost note kind of a thing going on. And normally I don't do a lot of ghost notes and grace notes. I believe that in rock anyway, or at least I think in love versus hate context, there should be, the drumming part should be high impact. So I don't do a lot of them in the majority of the stuff, but this is one song that's an exception, so I wanted to go over that with you guys real quick. So here we go. Again, it's in 7/8 time. I'll give it a little count there, and just a 3/4, and then I'll go into it a little slowly so you can kind of see it. And then I'll speed it up and then slow it back down again. So here we go. This is the rhythm for the verse part in Broken Style by Love vs. Hate. There you go. There's the rhythm for the verse in Broken Style. And what I did was I wanted to break it down and kind of give it almost kind of a triplet feel in the middle of it between the snare and the hi-hat, so that it kind of broke it up a little bit. And it goes with what the riff is. I like to, when I write a part, I like for it to be melodic, kind of with what the guitars or what the bass is doing, or even I do stuff that I double what the vocals are doing. So it's not, I think that drummers should always be melodic timekeepers, and I think that that's what I try to convey in the parts that I write. So I'll go over this. It's pretty simple. Again, it's in 7/8 time. So and I try to accent with I lift my foot off the hi-hat and hit it to give it that kind of a, that little thing going on. And so in doing that, and I wanted to make the kind of the triplet go with what the guitars are doing, I added these little ghost notes, or these grace notes, with the snare drum. people refer to it as the skip up. Your guess is as good as mine. Skip up sounds good to me. Then on top of that, I like to use the little roll. It's like a little 5-stroke roll, or a little 4-stroke roll rather, before it's kind of at the end of the phrase and then going into the beginning of each phrase. So it's... There's the rhythm and it's pretty much the same in all the verse parts. With some, there's a little bit of variation, excuse me, with the bass drum, and I'll play that for you real quick. And it's just a variation, just to kind of mix it up a little bit into the second verse. So it goes a little like this. But mostly the same. Then there's a fill that I use coming out of the verse and going into the bridge. And again, this is an example of when I go up the kit. Again, I'll start on the low tom and I'll throw in the bass drum to use during this fill. And it goes a little bit like this. I'll actually play a couple of the bars of the verse and then I'll go into this fill. So here we go. 3, 4. I'll do it one more time. Same place. 3, 4. I'll show you the fill real quick. I'll do it slow and then I'll speed it up a little bit. So there you go. There's the 7/8 time signature in the verse and one of the fills that I use in a song called Broken Style by Love vs. Hate. Again, it's a song you can hear on the MySpace page, myspace.com/Drumzrool. We'll get you a link to go to my band's website if you want to check that out. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.